Lesson 10.6, video part 2. Now we're going to try and put these together and see what we can do with this proportion idea to solve missing pieces. Now here we have a bow tie question. Now when we have a bow tie question, we have to remember that the corresponding angles are opposite each other. For example, C corresponds with U. Those are the equal angles. And then D corresponds with V. Those are the equal angles. So when we set up our proportions, we want to consider that this side, UW, matches up with this side, CW. Okay, and then this side here, 24, matches up with the unknown. And I know that based on the angles. Now, we cross multiply to solve this. And then 9 times 24 will give us 216. Divide by 36, and x is equal to 6. That's a bow tie question. Here's an example of our overlapping triangles, which I'm going to say the small one I'll draw first has side lengths 5, 7, and 4. And the bigger triangle has side lengths 12, 21, because that's right here, and this is unknown. Now we have a choice of proportions here. I'm going to just basically pick the 4 and the 12 and make a proportion. I went left to right on my picture, so I need to make my fraction left to right every time. So 4 to 12, and then I want to find out this one, so I'm going to go 5 to x, because they are corresponding sides. Cross multiply, 4x equals 60, divide by 4, and x equals 15. Now I should make one comment here, and that is that I can do this because it tells us right off the bat that the triangles are similar. And that's why I can set up my proportion right away. All right, same scenario down here, not overlapping, but we have two triangles. And here's where we have to look at the angles very closely. L matches up with L over here. Now notice the sides. We have a short side, and here's a short side. Then we have this longer side coming from that angle, and then a longer side coming from that angle. We need to look at those things to help us decide what sides are corresponding. So if I go top to bottom, so this way, my 42 matches up with my 12, because that's the short side going into that equal angle, as long as, and on the other triangle. So short side going into the equal angle, short side going into the equal angle. So they match up. Then we have the long side going into the equal angle, and here's the long side. So again, I'm going top down, so I went 42 to 12, so 10x minus 3 over 22. Now it's a matter of solving by cross product. So 12, 10x minus 3 equals 42 times 22. Distribute 120x minus 36 equals 924. Then we would add 36 to both sides and get 960. Divide by 120 and we get 8. And our last one, here's a bow tie again. So remember, our opposite angles go together. So when we set up our proportion, we would say that 11 matches up with 33, and 6 matches up with 3x plus 6. Cross multiply, 33 times 6 equals 11 times, 3x plus 6. So 33 times 6 is 198. Distribute our 11, and we get 33x plus 66. Subtract 66 from both sides, and we get 132. Divide by 33, and we get 4. So again, making sure that we set up our proper sides to make the proper proportion is key. So look at our angles to help us decide what matches up. And this ends part 2 video.